It's a reminder of, okay, I'm doing something good here. My entire system has been saturated with this juice of power. What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it's all about classic bodybuilding. And it's also about making your bodybuilding journey better, more effective, more efficient, but also, nowadays very important, or always very important, more healthy. So, when you work out, usually, nowadays especially because it's been proven in science, literature, that it does affect you in a positive way, you'd like to take an intra-workout. Now in most sports this was already clear that it helps your performance, like in cycling or other endurance sports. You take something like an intra-workout carbohydrate source to replenish glycogen stores so you can actually keep on going for longer. But during a weightlifting session and resistance training, this wasn't the case for quite a while until recent years, where a lot of top bodybuilders and pretty much a lot of amateurs as well now do opt to take intra-workout supplementation. There isn't a whole lot of research on this, but it does definitely aid in your performance in the gym. It makes the first set feel as energetic as the last set, so it actually gets you through the entire workout with more power, more energy, especially during leg and back days. But you can add different components to your intra-workout, and some of them are better than others. And today I'm going to talk to you about 2 things you can add to your intra-workout that makes it so much more effective, and something you may have not thought about before. So what I'm talking about is 2 things, natural whole food things. So actually no supplements at all, which most people do expect. So what are the 2 things? Pomegranate juice and beetroot juice. I have them right here. Let me show you. So they come in these bottles. As you can see, this is the beetroot juice, nice and dark. This is the pomegranate juice, a little less dark, but still nice and red. And you can see on the bottom, it's a natural product. I don't know if you can really see it, but you can see that it's unfiltered, so every health component is still in here. So this already is a liquid you can add into your intra-workout shake, with already a lot of benefits inside of these bottles. Let me get you and take you through what those benefits are. So both pomegranate and red beetroot juice contain carbohydrates. So they actually are a carbohydrate source with no fats and no protein, pretty much negligible, but quite a lot of carbohydrates, especially pomegranate juice. So the main component in most intra-workouts is a carbohydrate. The big benefit of these 2 juices is that they have a combination of fructose and glucose, so 2 types of carbohydrates. And the literature has stated, as I mentioned in the beginning, when you're cycling or doing endurance sports, you want the carbohydrates to be absorbed as quickly as possible. And the same thing goes for resistance training. You don't want to have a stomach that is sitting there with the contents in there. You want to be absorbing the carbs that you are actually consuming. So the fructose and glucose, they both work via different absorption mechanisms, which allows for a faster total carbohydrate absorption, because ultimately everything is converted to glycogen inside the muscle cell, which you then can use as energy. So pomegranate juice has about 18 grams of carbohydrates per 100 mils, and beetroot juice is about 8 grams of carbohydrates per 100 mils. So I like to go for around 30 grams of carbohydrates. So for pomegranate juice, this means around 160, 170 mils of liquid. And for beetroot juice, it's about 375 mils of liquid. You can also see the beetroot juice bottle is a lot bigger, so it lasts longer, but you also need to use more, so they both might last, pretty much the same amount of time before they are up. The only downfall about these bottles, of course, is they are a little bit more expensive compared to just a carbohydrate powder, but the reason why we're taking these is not the carbohydrates by themselves at all. Let me tell you more about the incredible health and performance benefits these two juices have as well. So, let's start with pomegranate juice. This juice has arguably the more healthy properties, more concentrated compared to red beetroot juice, but both are very incredible. So I use them actually incrementally. So on Monday, pomegranate, Tuesday, beetroot, Wednesday, pomegranate, and so on. So every single day I have at least one of the two to switch it up. But the red color from pomegranate juice actually comes from the high concentration polyphenols. Now this might be a difficult term, but all it means is that it has a lot of antioxidants. And antioxidants protect your cells from oxidative damage, which is why they are called antioxidants, to prevent the oxidation of cells. So you do want to damage or at least stimulate muscle cells during the workout to grow, but you also want to be able to recover from the workouts. So if you take a very high concentrated supplement like vitamin C, vitamin E of like 1,000 milligrams each during the workout, that might blunt the effect of the workout itself, but the amount of antioxidants in these juices is actually not high enough to prevent any muscle gains, but they are high enough to be able to recover quicker and for overall health benefits. These strong antioxidants also reduce the systemic inflammation in your entire body. We do want local inflammation, so if you work the biceps, the inflammation in there is part of the reason why it starts to grow, because it's a signal to your brain, hey, something is going on here, we got to become stronger so we can prevent the inflammation the next time, but then the next time we train harder and it's like a loop going on forever, making the muscle bigger and bigger. That's what bodybuilders do, damaging and inflaming all of the muscles to grow more and more, to hopefully for your body to prevent this in the future, at least when you're walking around in nature, because all in all, it takes quite a lot of energy to grow muscle. But we live in a society where we can eat plenty of food for the energy to be available for growth, so that is not a concern at all. But the antioxidants and the lowering of the systemic inflammation does, recover your entire system a lot quicker and allows you to train harder for longer in general. There also is a good amount of vitamin C in pomegranate juice. I mentioned if you take 1,000 milligrams, you might blunt some hypertrophy effects of the workout, so muscle growth could be impeded a little bit. But if it's low enough, which it is in natural forms of foods, then it actually aids in muscle growth. But vitamin C actually aids mostly in collagen synthesis, which means the synthesis of the joints, the tendons, pretty much the important part holding your body together. So sometimes if you're doing a skull crusher or a squat, your knees or your elbows might hurt. You need plenty of collagen synthesis to happen for these pains to go away and for your entire structure of the body to keep its integrity. So it's very important for your diet to contain at least enough vitamin C. And when you are working out, that's the only time of the day you're literally pushing blood into those joint and tendon areas, which normally don't get a lot of blood flow at all. And then the vitamin C combined with the raw nutrients needed for collagen synthesis, like collagen protein, causes the repair of those tissues. Now, the true reason I'm making this video is because both of them, but I'm starting with pomegranate juice, have a blood pressure lowering effect because of the vasodilation. So there are a lot of nitrates in pomegranate juice, which converts to nitric oxide in the blood, and nitric oxide in the blood causes your arteries, your veins to expand, allowing for more blood flow and better oxygenation, if I say that correctly. So more oxygen being delivered to the muscles for better performance in the gym, better pumps. But vasodilation also causes the lowering of blood pressure, especially when you have hypertension, also known as elevated blood pressure, which most bodybuilders weighing quite a lot, even myself have, without any form of intervention. So natural sources, guys, natural food sources that can lower blood pressure, that is the absolute most healthy thing you can possibly do, incomparable to any kind of medication out there, in my opinion. So beetroot juice pretty much has a lot of the same effects, but the most important part why you want to alternate between a pomegranate juice and beetroot juice is because they are, of course, derived from very different food sources. So you have a beetroot or a pomegranate. They are both very different, which means they contain different amounts of vitamins and minerals. So if you only take one for the rest of your life, you might not get some of the benefits the other would provide. So combining the two, because both also have the same kind of health benefits, would be the best thing from a wholesome point of view of giving your body every single thing you could possibly give it from a health perspective. So red beetroot juice has a lot of vitamins and minerals as well. Also, a lot of potassium, which helps with your nervous system, which helps with also blood pressure, helps with the balance in between sodium and potassium. We do get a lot of potassium from a diet anyway, but having it in a form combined with all the other health benefits won't hurt. But also all of the other minerals during the workout helps you actually get a better pump, better delivery of the minerals to the muscles, helps your metabolism, because you have to imagine, you have to know, vitamins and minerals, they all play different roles in the body, but only when they are all complete, just like with getting a complete amino acid profile, only then your entire metabolism is supported and is able to do its job. Like protein metabolism, for example, you need certain vitamins and minerals to make that work 100%. So never skip on those fruits and vegetables, guys. Now, the antioxidants from, for example, beetroot juice also helps with liver damage. Now, this is especially important for those using PEDs. And pretty much both of these juices are very healthy for PED users regardless, because any form of extra inflammation, extra oxidative stress, or extra damage to the organs, you should rectify not only with medication, but mostly with natural foods whenever possible, because they are so much more wholesome. Your body knows exactly what to do with a whole food compared to a medication which only works on one factor, where a whole food, juice like this works on a multitude of factors, or just a systemic way of fixing your body, because there are so many more phytonutrients available, of which science doesn't even know what they do, all of them, because there are literally thousands. But the combination of those, that's when your body can fit in all the pieces of the puzzle and fixes a lot more issues than with only fixing one factor at a time. If these health benefits haven't convinced you yet of taking this intra-workout, then the extra nitric oxide contents in your blood improve blood flow not only to the muscles, but also to the rest of your body, if you know what I mean. So in the bedroom, these juices also do their job, and it is very noticeable indeed. So you might be wondering, pomegranate juice, especially beetroot juice, the flavor, Wesley. If I put this in my intra-workout, how am I going to finish these shakers? Because personally, I like to drink 2 liters of water during the training. And if I then dilute the beetroot juice or pomegranate juice with, 1.5 liters of water, isn't it gonna taste horrible? Well, the flavor is actually tolerable to me. I even drank like bottles of beetroot juice back in the day, pure as a whole, just because I liked it. But some people might not like the earthy taste of these, especially beetroot juice. Pomegranate juice is a bit sweeter because of the higher carbohydrate content, but some people might not like the flavor, so what do you do then? Now, obviously, an intra-workout isn't just adding carbohydrates. You should add multiple things, and this is where supplements come in handy, like essential amino acids. So I put about 20 grams of this in my intra-workout. So this is Jacked Factory essential amino acids, and the big benefit here is it doesn't only have the essential amino acids, it also has L-citrulline for an even better pump, combined with the nitric oxide effect from the juice. Also taurine, which also helps with those nasty lower back pumps and also helps with the potassium uptake of the muscles. And coconut water blend, which gives you even more electrolytes. But mostly, it's about the essential amino acids, which most bodybuilders do really find benefit in for, staving off catabolism during the workout, and especially if you work it in the morning or you haven't eaten for 3 hours and you can't fit another meal in before the training, getting this in your intra-workout really does help preventing you digging a hole that's too deep during the workout for you to get out of. So you don't want to create a catabolic situation during the workout that's too great for you to recover from. So just imagine the combination of essential amino acids with pomegranate or beetroot juice is amazing. So how does this help the flavor? Well, that's where Jacked Factory comes in. One of the reasons why I'm with them is when I tried the supplements, they tasted just incredible. It was so much easier to drink the intra-workouts or any of the, whey isolate, for example, no matter what. It's very delicious. But this, for example, is peach mango. You also have pineapple and other flavor systems. But it's sweet enough for it to pretty much mask the flavor of anything else you put in there, and it just tastes nice and sweet, and you just want to drink more of it. Whenever I do a workout, I'm disappointed to already have drank my 2 shaker bottles because it just tastes so good. But in the meantime, you have drank all of those beneficial juices already, which is so beneficial for the entire body, and you can't go wrong by adding essential amino acids. BCAAs I'm not a fan of because they are not as complete as this, and this has been proven to simply work better. So that truly is my advice, to combine those into your intra-workout. To end of this video, one caution. If you go to the bathroom, the evening of or the day after you drank these juices, especially beetroot juice, the contents of what you see in the toilet might be a different color than what you're used to. Especially, it might be very red, and you might be shocked or worried, especially if you're not a lady. You might think like, I don't normally see that color in the bathroom or the toilet at all. But that has been caused by the strong coloring, natural coloring from the red beets. So yes, your stool or even your urine can turn red from drinking this, but that also just tells you, it's a reminder of, okay, I'm doing something good here. My entire system has been saturated with this juice of power. Trust me guys, I love supplements, but only when your nutrition, when it's wholesome and complete in vitamins and minerals. With juices like this every single day, you put so much more health into your life. Yes, it costs a little bit more, especially the pomegranate juice. It's not cheap, but it pretty much takes you through to 2 or 3 workouts, so it's not that expensive per bottle. And especially the beetroot juice, as you can see, it's a bit more than the pomegranate juice, but still, just pay a little extra because health doesn't have a price, guys. It doesn't have a price. So personally, I do a lot of blood work and I buy a lot of supplements. I invest in my food because I know it's healthy for me in the long run. And that to me is vital to be able to be a competitive and successful bodybuilder, putting as much muscle on my frame as possible, lowering the risk for anything unhealthy happening to my body. We all know we don't want anything happening to our hearts. We don't want cholesterol to go up too high. We want our liver to be healthy. We want the kidneys to be healthy. And these juices can aid in all of that. Anyway guys, I hope this video was helpful. This is just one of those many things I like to do in the off season, well, pretty much throughout the entire year, to make my bodybuilding journey more successful, more responsible, more healthy. Remember, I have a son Dexter and a second kid coming, which we don't know the gender of yet, but it's going to be amazing. So the deeper I get into the bodybuilding lifestyle and the more responsibility I have, and the more people, pretty much rely on me, the more I think about being healthy. And this is just one of those things I like to invest in. And trust me, the sooner you do this, the happier and the better off you will be. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out vintagegenetics.com for example, this new raglan hoodie with vintage at the back. And yeah, don't forget to stay golden.